Good morning and welcome to our live this morning. It's just a quick hop on to show you the projects for our August card class. So bookings open today and they will close on Monday. I do need to close this early because I have got some time out with Stamping Up going to Las Vegas, and so I need to get everything as far prepped as I can before I depart. So good morning and welcome. This is our August class. I'm just going to show you some of the products you get in the box if you order the class in a box. If you take the in-person class, you get exactly the same contents, but obviously you get the tuition in person from me as well, and the ability to chat with everybody else. So we're using a product suite called Masterfully Made, and you can find this in the annual catalogue on page 102 and 103. Now when I looked at this to start with, I almost discounted this suite because I felt that the samples they gave were really busy, and if you know me, I'm quite a clean and simple person, clean and simple card maker, crafter. But what I've done is I've taken the papers and toned them down a little bit and used different elements of those, so I hope that is of interest. So there is a stamp set and set of dies that goes with this. I'm just waiting for mine. You don't need the stamp set to complete the class. All you will need are some sentiments of your own choice. But there are some really pretty die cuts which will be included in your packs. So I've got an alternative for the moment, but you will have these finer die cuts in your packs. Okay, I have teamed it with this really lovely stamp set called Layering Leaves, and again you don't need the stamp set, but this is a really useful stamp set if you want a mixture of medium-sized sentiments. So the sentiments are slightly bigger than you see here, but all of these sentiments are ones that I would use. So happy to celebrate you, best wishes, sending hugs, thinking of you, for you, thank you so much, and a hello. It has also got some leaves that actually match one of our punches, which is this one here, the bell punch, and it also has some useful dots. So that's what I've used for my sentiments, and if you purchase this at the same time as the class, you get it at a preferential rate. So let me show you what you get in your packs. For all of my classes, what I do is a sheet that shows me all the components that I'm using, so that as the die cut process takes place, I know how many of each I need for each person, and obviously multiply that up by the number of people taking the class. So you've got some circles, you've got some new rectangles, some banners, squares and circles in the colours. You've got 30 of these gems, which I'll show you in a second. You've got some magnets, and you've got some of this lovely new white centered paper, which I'll show you. And then we have some ribbon, 1.5 meters of 2 different kinds of ribbon. And these are the die cuts that I've used until my actual dies arrive. Okay, so let's show you. These are the gems. This is a trio pack of gems in 3 colours. Really pretty. And then this is the specialty paper. So this is the pack. It comes in 12 by 12 sheets, and it's a pack that has 5 different colours. As you can see, we've got Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lime Twist and Night of Navy. And what's fabulous about this is if you tear it, you'll get a white centre, like so. So if you tear it towards you, you'll see the white, and then on the reverse there's no white. Okay, and so this one I've torn it in two different directions, so there's nothing on that one, and then you've got the white on either side. Hopefully you can see that. And one of the sheets will be embossed with one of our embossing folders, and what that allows you to do is you can actually, if you want to, scuff this with an emery board. I've used the time-worn textures, and so where it's raised up, you can show the white centre of that as well. And this is it. So that is it before doing anything, and that is after. Quite a difference, isn't it? So in your packs you'll get all 5 of these colours. There'll be 6 by 4, and one of them will be embossed, and if you want to emboss the others then you can. We've got a whole series of colours of card that you will have in your packs. So there's 7 different colours. I've added Bubble Bath, although that's not one of the selected colours. Pretty Peacock, Fresh Fuchsia, Lemon Lime Twist, Night of Navy, Azure Afternoon and Berry Burst. You also get our standard set of envelopes, some sheets of thin basic white, and then you'll get 5 sheets of thick basic white for card bases, and then we have the papers. So let me show you these. So there's a mixture of torn papers and florals, and you can use any elements of these. So I'm going to show you these, so don't be put off, because this really is bold, as you can see. But on the reverse of this, if that's not your thing, you've got this lovely section of torn papers, and what they did was they took the cardstock and papers, tore it, they textured it, layered it together, and then photographed it. So we've got this one here, we've got this one with the flowers and some text, and on the reverse we've got that lovely one in Pretty Peacock. Then got this really pretty floral one, and in the background there is some text as well. And on the reverse of that we've got these lovely flowers with the Fresh Fuchsia foliage rather than flowers, and that matches the stamp set. We've got this one here, so all colours in the pack, including some reds as well, pumpkin pie, crushed curry. But on the reverse they've done this very clever piecing together. So if you don't like tearing papers but you like the torn look, this one's really easy to use. As you'll see, I've used it for one of the cards. And then we have this beautiful one here, so similar to the other but different colourway. And we've got that lovely Pretty Peacock on the reverse. And then finally we've got this one with the flowers, excuse me, and the Lemon Lime Twist on the reverse. So let me show you the projects. So we've got 6 projects altogether, and 3 of those are fun fold cards. This one here was one I saw done by Sam Hammond from Pootles. She did that recently, and it folds down to a square card, but it opens up like so. It does stand nicely as well. And I am going to include some magnets in your packs, so that if you don't want to wrap that with ribbon, because it seems a shame to cover this up, then, although you could put it on the side, I suppose that would get round it, so the magnets will hold it together. Then we have this one here, and you can see I've just used those papers, stamped a sentiment, added some bling to it and layered it up. Now this one is the torn papers, torn and layered, so you can't really see, but underneath each of those I've torn the paper, added a little bit of ribbon around the top, and just put a little sentiment and the coordinating coloured gems on the bottom. Morning! Oh, I can finally see some messages, thank you. Oh, Kat's at home crafting. She's going out later. Morning, Diana. Nice to have you join us, thank you. So I don't know what point you ladies came in, whether you've seen those, and I'll show you the outline sheet to begin with. We've also got a gatefold card, closes with a ribbon, so it opens up like that, and that's just using some of that paper, and I've sandwiched the ribbon between the two layers so it stays in place. Just tie that back up again. So there's that one. We've got this one here, and this one uses that white centre paper. There's the panel that I put through the embossing machine, and then I've just layered some of the other designer paper and a layer of the Berry Burst centered paper. So just a simple tearing down the side and layering those up, adding a panel, and then I've added these from the punch, but there will be some other die cuts included. And then we've got this one here. So this is an interesting gatefold card. It opens like this, and it closes just by tucking that in to the panel. So it's very clever. So there's dimensionals on one side, that is open, so it keeps it nice and closed. Recipient can open it, obviously it stands nicely, but it's just a little different. This comes from a design by Susan Campfield that was shared by Catherine recently at our team event, and I thought I really must use that for a class because it's so just unusual and clever. You can change the size of this, and this piece is embedded, so it's completely clean on the back. There's no panels showing. So there we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and obviously you can swap the papers round and use any combination of those. So don't be frightened of these papers. I have to say that I did almost discount them to start with because I thought they're just too bright and bold. But just to show you, for anybody who came in after the beginning, these are all the components that you get in your packs for this month. So you get some circles, banners, you get these different circles, these squares, you get 30 gems, you get some magnets, you get some of this lovely white centered textured paper, and you get some ribbon and some die cuts. So those are not the official die cuts, I'm just waiting for my dies to arrive, but you might get some of those anyway. So I hope you like the class. Booking opens today, and straight from here I'll be photographing all the projects and doing the paperwork to send out by email. So if you're interested in taking my class in a box, it's £24 posted to you, and that includes all the product. The only thing you need is sentiment stamps, a pair of scissors to cut the ribbon, and then ink and blocks for your stamps obviously, and then your own adhesive. So it does include some dimensionals, which reminds me I need to put one on my sheet here, but you will need some wet glue or tape, whatever you prefer. So thank you so much for that. I hope it's been useful. I hope you like the projects, and I look forward to crafting with you soon. So I am back this evening. So this is currently Thursday the 10th of August for this preview, and I will be back this evening at 7 p.m. to continue with my stamp set of the week, which is Cheerful Daisies. Thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. Have a great day ahead. Bye for now.